and I can hardly see out the window. Headed down to this place, and I'm just worried that it might be the ghetto. You know, I don't want to park in the ghetto. We're 14 miles away from the Walmart. We're gonna go there tonight. Hopefully they'll let us. Here's something weird. Yeah. What is that? Do you have a flag or something? You don't look like you have a flag. Okay, we're parked here in front of this place. Total country road. And look what happened to my trailer. Look at my trailer. I got a flat, really bad flat. Apparently we've been driving on it for a while. I heard somebody beep at me, and then when we turned over there and the road, that's when it sounded really strange. And then I pulled over to the side to check. So that's the tire. It's been riding like that for a while. So what I did was I put my cone out here to give people ample room to see me. Okay, so this is what I'm looking. I'm sticking out a little bit. I was on the rim, so I pulled over a little bit even on the rim. What can I do? I can't be out in the middle of this road. Yeah, this is going to be really dark and lonely tonight.
For location information of a AAA approved auto repair facility.
Call again. I told her that we were going to wait in the
Why? You guys need some help?
No, we're okay. I called AAA. They're coming. Thank you. Pushing. Get in the RV. Get in the RV quick. Wow, man, I got really scared. 3 guys just pulled up here in this road, and they just, when I told them, wow, they said, do you need help? And I said, no, we're okay. We're getting it. We got AAA coming, and they made a U-turn right behind me, man. I got really scared. It looked scary.
They seemed pissed too.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what's going on. So I told the girl that we were going to be inside the trailer. So I'm gonna lock everybody up in the trailer because it's not safe for us to be out here. Yeah, this is a scary situation because I'm by myself with Christian, and
you just heard what just happened.
and guy sees a girl standing out here with a pretty much something like this. I mean, and I'm on a really lonely road right here. But there is a house over there at the end of the street, so we'll see what happens. Okay guys, this is an update. It is now almost 9 o'clock in the evening, and I had to change my clothes because it's hot tonight and it's raining. There was a moment that it was pouring rain. So Christian's waiting here. We haven't eaten dinner.
I'm not eating until that guy comes here.
Yeah, what happened was they just called me from AAA because they said that the guy that was going to come out only has a jack for a 15-foot trailer, and they don't have a jack for a 28-foot trailer. So it's going to take about an hour for them to try to locate somebody who can actually do that. So no one's coming out yet until they can locate a service agent that can do that for our tire. So at this point, nobody's come out. The sheriff's office, I called them, and they said that they might send somebody to just check up on the area. But basically what's going to happen if anybody comes here and tries to bother us or whatever, we're supposed to call 911. They already wrote down where I am. They have the details of what's going on, because I told them we weren't camping here in this place. We're just waiting to get the tire fixed. So I had to change my clothes. I put on some shorts and a camisole. I got my long sleeve shirt here in case somebody comes to the door. I can have something on that's a little bit more appropriate. This power juice that I bought at Walmart is charging my phone right now because my phone is dying, and I don't want to have to go in the car and turn on the car. I don't want to be outside right now. I need to have my phone working because if my phone's not working, I can't power up and talk to AAA. It's my only salvation for charging my phone. So Christian does have a phone too. So that's an update. We'll see what happens. Hey guys, it's Lydia, and today I want to talk about the video that you just saw. The reason that I'm in my bedroom is because Mike is here and he's filming a video outside where the RV is, because he's doing some maintenance for us to get on the road, and it's kind of rainy outside today, so I just decided to film the video in here. It's very muggy out and stuff today, so you can hear him from my porch, so that's why I'm in my bedroom filming this video. This was a really difficult video for me to watch again, because of what you saw in the video. I'll just tell you what happened after that update that I gave in the video. After that, Christian and I, we could not film anymore. One of the reasons that we couldn't film anymore after the update until the next day, and you'll see a lot of things of what happened the next day in the next video, is because when I was parked in the street there and my RV broke down, as the night came and it became darker and darker, I realized that we were really in a bad space. I had some gentleman come by. He was a retired sheriff, and he actually stopped by when I first broke down, and he told me on his way, he said, oh, that was not a good place. I should be in the parking spot. The Recreation Civic Center was. He said I should be in the parking lot. So I wasn't as conspicuous out in the road. Most likely I was probably going to get constant knocks at the door that night, and that was going to be a dangerous situation for me. So I listened to him. What I ended up doing was actually going inside the Civic Center, and it was empty and vacant that night, and we actually turned and faced toward the front of the parking. So we took up most of the parking lot in there, but there was a light to the building, so the good thing was we did have some light coming into the RV. After I parked in there, it was probably, I'm gonna say it was probably by 9 o'clock when I got that call from AAA that they still didn't know anything what was going to happen or who was going to come out. I knew it was going to be a long night, and I was going to have to drive in the middle of the night out somewhere. So Christian wasn't sleepy at all that night because of all the emotion and the excitement of what was happening. So what I said, I told him, I said, well, why don't you stay up and keep your lookout. If you see anybody come by or something, call me right away. I'll wake up. So I went into the bedroom and I laid down, and I did fall asleep for a while, which was good because I was really exhausted and stressed out. And he stayed up doing the lookout. It was probably around close to midnight when he came into my bedroom, and he said that a car pulled into the parking lot, and that really scared me. So we didn't have any lights on in the RV at all. We didn't want anybody to see in. We didn't have the windows or anything. We wanted to be able to have the windows just open so that we could see out if anybody was walking around casing us or anything. So what happened was I got up and I looked, no flashlight, no light or nothing, and I did see a car that had pulled in to the parking lot where we were, and they pulled in all the way to the back, and there's like an open field in the back. So they parked in the parking spot, and when they got out, and it took them a while to get out, so I was really scared. I thought maybe it was somebody who was watching us. They were going to do, I had the phone in my hand because I figured I was going to have to call the sheriff's office and let them know that somebody was there. So what they did was 3 guys came out of the car, and they were looking at our RV, and I wasn't sure. I knew that the moment I saw them walking to the RV, I was going to call the sheriff, so I was going to call 911. But since they didn't walk over to the RV, and there were 3 guys and a girl, and they were smoking, and they had some liquor bottles. I figured, okay, these guys, maybe they just want to have fun or whatever. You know, I'm going to play it safe here because I don't know how long I was going to be there that night. I didn't know if I was going to get my problem resolved with AAA until the next day. I know it was in a bad situation because if I call the cops on these people, the cops are going to come out, but I doubt if the cops were going to stay with us. So that was a bad situation to be under, because once the sheriff's office leaves, you know, these guys can come back at night again, and they could surprise us, or, you know, they could break in or whatever. So I decided just to play it cool and just keep an eye out. So what we did is we sat behind the bunk, actually crouched down so they wouldn't see us. And we spent most of the night crouched out, looking out the window, watching to see where they were. So we were really on our toes that night about everything that was happening. Well, what happened, I got a couple of phone calls from AAA about the situation. They kept telling me, no, we can't find nobody, this and that. Christian had pulled the wire off the battery backup in such a drastic way that he broke my wire to my phone. So now my phone couldn't be charged at all. I mean, I couldn't charge my phone at all, and my phone wasn't originally charged all the way to the top anyway when I put the battery back up. It was only like 50%, because remember, I was talking on the phone with AAA earlier. So luckily he does have a pay-as-you-go phone that I purchased for him exactly for this situation. So if we are on the road and there's something happens and we are split up, he does have a phone where he can either call me or I can call him, or he could call 911. So in this instance, his phone was really a necessity. So I gave them the phone number to Christian's phone, and they were able to call me on his phone and let me know what was going on. They do ask you if you're in a dangerous situation. They understand that it's a woman, and they understand that you're in a dangerous situation. So they do make it a point to ask you those questions, and they do make it a point to give you a lot of updates about what's happening. So when you're out there, realize that you are a woman. You do want to tell AAA if you are in a circumstance that for your security. So anyway, what happened was we spent most of the night just watching this car and what was going on with them. They were drinking, they were, you know, just basically smoking and doing some stuff. But I know they were watching us a lot. I guess they were curious as to why we were there and what was going on, and they didn't see any lights on or anything like that. About 1 o'clock in the morning was when a AAA finally showed up. Came in with some bright lights that were flashing like a police officer, and the minute they came into the parking lot with the tow truck, the guys that were drinking pulled out of the parking lot. They just left because they thought it was a police. So the guy said to me, he goes, "We gotta hurry up, we gotta get out of here." So I don't know if he knew that this place was a gang hangout. In my opinion, I think this place was a gang hangout, and this was a place where gangs hang out, and we were being staked out. We were being watched to see who we were, what was going on there, and this was not a good place for us to be here the whole night. So the great thing is that these guys from the towing service, they were able to put my spare tire on. During that whole time that the towing truck was putting the tire on, they decided to come back, and those same guys came back with the girl, and they parked in the same place, and they were watching all of us. And the two guys that were with the towing service, they were really scared. They were like, "Okay, we gotta get out of here," because we thought maybe it was going to be a gang hangout or some kind of a gang meeting that night, and that's why they came back, because they were waiting for more gang members to come in. So he said to us, "We got to get out of here. We got to move out of here." And I mean, this guy did whatever he could to get me out of there as fast as possible, which I really appreciate a lot. So once the tire was on, he's like, "Are you ready to go?" And I said, "I got to get the pets into the car before I leave." He goes, "Don't worry." He goes, "I'm going to wait for you." So both of the guys waited for us to get out. They wanted to make sure that we got out of there, of the parking. And then because we were in an area where it was pitch black, it's like farmland there. There's nothing, and there's no place you can even make a U-turn or anything. I mean, you're talking about really small roads. So he decided to escort us to the Walmart, and he did a good job of that. I don't know how I made it there, because I didn't even wear my glasses, and I have to wear glasses in the evening, but I was so scared that I just drove that night there. And luckily the Walmart was not too far away from there. I'm just going to say it was probably like about 12 miles to the Walmart, and it was the Walmart in Wimauma. And we were able to pull up there, and there was security there at night when we arrived. There was a lot of truck drivers in this particular Walmart because they do allow overnights there. It's way out, like there's Mexican workers there, and there's a lot of agriculture. It's mostly an agriculture area of Florida, so that's why you're gonna have a lot of truckers there, and you're gonna have a lot of Mexicans there and stuff like that. But there is a lot of security, and it's a 24-hour Walmart. So we were really relieved when we were able to get into the Walmart with ample parking there. We pulled up. But when we did pull up to the Walmart, I did have to go into the store and buy a wire for my phone, because by that time my phone was dead. It was not working at all. That night we got out of the truck to put the pets inside into the RV. We smelled a lot of burning. It smelled like burning rubber, and I thought that was unusual. But we were such in a rush to get out of that place before the gang members came in. He didn't even put air in the tire. There was no air. I mean, I know that I don't put air in the spare tire at all. That's not something that I've been doing, which I've learned my lesson. I drove there basically with that tire in whatever condition it was. The spare tire probably had very little bit of air in it, but luckily we made it. One of my tires was actually smoking, and the other tire had a big lump on it. And then the next video that you're going to watch, which is the one where we wake up at the Walmart the next day, you're gonna see I filmed the situation with my tires there and all of the stuff that we had to do.